Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome and welcome to another sunscreen review. I know it's been for a little while, but I have been testing some sunscreens and I haven't stopped. It's just took me a while to organize this video because I had a couple of different thoughts. After evaluating everything, I feel like I'll still go with my traditional way of ranking them from my least favorite to my favorite and tell you guys how I feel about each individual, what are the pros and cons, how it works with makeup, etc. So I do a lot of these reviews. If you want to check some of the other sunscreen that I might have already reviewed, I'll leave the playlist somewhere up here and down in the card or in the description and up in the cards. Without further ado, let's just dive into today's video, and if you like this type of content, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this time, and let's go with my least favorite. 2 from the same brand, 2 XP. One is their SPF50 Plus Hydrate Sunscreen, the other is their Perform Sunscreen. This is an Australian brand. Unfortunately, I do not like any of this. Both of these are fragrance-free version, gives 4 hours water resistance. They have exactly the same active ingredients and it's a chemical sunscreen. The differences between the two is performance one is aiming to be a non-greasy dry finish, where the hydrate one is supposed to give you 24 hours hydration. Among the two, I hate this one a little bit more because it's a dry and non-greasy finish, so I have a high hope for it. It is very dry, but it peels. Like, if I apply any makeup afterwards, it peels like crazy, dramatically, unbelievable. If I don't use anything afterwards, you gotta make sure you don't touch your face at all. You know, sometimes I'll just like do a little scratch, then you will peel your sunscreen. So I can't even make this work around my body. This is gonna be a sunscreen I might just have to declutter after today's video. On the other hand, this one, it is very hydrating, and the hydration, because it's so high, it feels actually a little bit greasy and almost like accentuate my pores for some reason. I don't know why is that. Apart from that, it's kind of like a standard sunscreen, so I guess it's just because I've tested a lot. So my standard for a good sunscreen has been increased and getting more like restricted. So I can see myself use this one on my body. As the name suggested, both of these are like a body sunscreen lotion, but you can't even use this on your body. I can also use this under my makeup, but it takes a long time to get it like soak into your skin, more than the 15-20 minutes that they suggested. So I will try to use this up on my body as much as I can before it's expired. Those are the two and the only 2 sunscreen that I test and I really did not like. The next category is something I starting to like and starting to wanting to recommend, but I just had an even better one. So these are my number 6 and number 5, no particular order, both of these sits in the same category. Let's talk about the Kmart one. This is the Anko SPF50 Plus Kids Sunscreen Spray. It has 4 hours water resistance and suitable for sensitive skins. This is also a fragrance-free version, PABA and oxbenzone free. It also contains vitamin E and aloe vera. So Anko is a Kmart brand that is super affordable, and this is a 200ml bottle. I don't know if you can get exactly the same. I went to Kmart just the other day. I saw they came out with like a lot of new tinted facial sunscreens, etc. I almost bought it, but I was shopping with my sister for her stuff, and she forbidden me. She said, you already had tons of sunscreens. She knows it, but I was like, this is for the video. She's like, you can wait on a different day when you shop the Kmart myself. What I'm trying to say is this one might be kind of in the discontinuing range, but that also means it's gonna have a great discount. So I do kind of recommend, if you want to look for a really affordable, easy access sunscreen for the entire family, especially use it on the body repeatedly. The spray bottle itself, it's not bad, it's very standard, nothing like special. I do like the packaging though, how they have the grips here, because when you apply a body sunscreen, you're obviously going to use your hand to rub everything, absorb into your skin. Having the grip here really make it easier to hold it. So I do like the little touch sort of design, and this is like super affordable here we're talking about. The performance of the sunscreen is good. It's not super greasy though, but it's definitely give you a shiny finish. I can wear it by itself, but I don't prefer wear it by itself. I feel like it's somehow just not accentuating my pores, but it doesn't make it look better, you know? So I don't want to use it on my face by itself, but it does work well with makeup. It's not stinging around my eyes, it's not peeling, and I didn't leave like a white cast afterwards. But using on the body, it's gonna be really good. It didn't feel very greasy or tacky, to be honest, especially if you leave it for 5-10 minutes before saying you put your clothes on or you put your rest of the makeup on. So give it a good time to set it. Overall speaking, really impressed by this one, so I'm really keen to try the other Anko sunscreen from Kmart. If you guys want to see that, please leave a comment down below so it gives you motivation to purchase sooner than later. The next one is a European sunscreen, I believe. You can purchase one in Australia, but you just have to search it on Google and they have a website for you. So it's not something easy access. I believe this brand is called Uriage. It's their ultra light fluid, very high protection, fragrance free, dry touch, water resistant SPF50 plus sunscreen. This is your full size and it's 30 mils. It's one of those that you put in your wallet, that you use it for like short period of time, and you know, you don't have to worry that it got expired. And I really love this one. It didn't tell you how long the water resistant, as in 2 or 4 hours. So I guess I kind of keep it as a 2 hours water resistant in this case. It is also made in Spain, so it's kind of a really different formula to a lot of the Australian sunscreen that I tried before. It actually reminds me of some Asian sunscreen that I'm currently testing. I will put a separate video for all Asian sunscreen because the grading is slightly different. It's all PA++ rather than broad spectrum here in Australia. But I feel like this one, the formula is very similar, especially the experience on the face. Super lightweight, quick absorption, like really quick absorption. It feels nothing afterwards. It's really like a super light lotion. In lotion category, this is one of those light versions. I really do enjoy it, and it does work well with makeup. No peeling, no stinging around my eyes, and it's not feeling greasy. I can wear it by itself. Again, I don't think it creates the best sort of finish just by itself. There are definitely some that I'm gonna mention in a minute looks a lot better just on itself. So for that reason, and plus it's also hard to get, and it's a little bit pricey in my opinion, because you're only getting 30 mils and you pay, I believe, around $20-30 Australian dollars here. So I put it in the like kind of in a category, not my top favorite, but just the performance itself, I love this. Moving on to the next, close to top but not my top favorite, just because I have so many goodies in this video. Now I've got one Supergoop sunscreen and another Cancer Council sunscreen. So about the Supergoop one, this is their Ensign sunscreen SPF30. It's got water resistance and it also have UVB high protection. I believe this is broad spectrum. I didn't say anything about UVA. I didn't even realize until I was reading the label, but I believe it is UVA and UVB broad spectrum protected. I don't think this one passed the TGA here in Australia. I got this from Mcobeauty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this one from Mcobeauty. I do really enjoy this unseen, really clear gel formula. It does reminds me a little bit of a silicone-based primer, but it's not as silicone-y or as fake smooth compared to a primer. It still feels like a lotion sort of gel finish, but it kind of towards to that silicone-y feeling if you use those primers. I like to use it by itself actually. It feels actually smooth my skin a little bit. So if you see flies, they're still around me. I don't know why, they're just attracted by me maybe. It kind of smooths my skin and I feel my pore is not as visible as all the other ones I just mentioned. So I do like to use it by itself. It does work well with makeup because I've had that silicone-y sort of primer-ish feeling. SPF 30 is not something that I'm really keen. I prefer a 50, consider, you know, when I work in the office, I don't reapply. I don't get a chance to reapply. So I guess it's not a big issue, but I just prefer SPF 50 these days if I can. I guess this one is just a little bit better than the Uriage because I can wear it by itself, and I love how it can wear it by itself, work with makeup, and also looks better when it's just wear alone. Then we have the Cancer Console Face Day Wear Fluid Matte Invisible Ultra Lightweight Sunscreen. This is an SPF 50 plus UVA UVB broad spectrum protection containing jojoba oil and vitamin E, and is a paraben-free formula suitable for combination, oily, and sensitive skins. This is their standard size for this particular sunscreen. It's got 50 ml. I think the pink bottle one, the standard size is 75, and this one is slightly more expensive than the pink version. The price of this one is almost similar to their matte zinc invisible face day wear sunscreen moisturizer. It is a little bit more liquidy than all of their other face day wear moisturizer, but not as liquidy as saying the Uriage one that I tried. So there's still improvement, like there's still space for them to keep going. So it's not like running down, where if I put, sorry, I'm just gonna shake it well first. If I put this one on the side, this is definitely a runnier texture. So you can see that difference. On the face, this is a full matte formula as well. Very quick absorption into your skin. It works well with makeup, no stinging, not peeling. I do like to wear it by itself, but I still feel like it has not sort of like smooth my pores or minimize my pores as much as the Supergoop Unseen one. Looking at the ingredient for this one, it is still a chemical sunscreen, but they've added in the new generation chemical ingredients to further stable the UVA and UVB protection. So it's supposed to last you longer. Even if you skip a couple of reapply, it should still give you a better sort of sun protection versus their regular one. So for that reason, I kind of like tossing between this one and the pink one. But me personally reckon the pink one gives just a smidge better matte finish once I apply it on my face. So I will be saying if I'm going out a little bit more in the sun, I'll go for this one. But if I go to work in the office, I will just go with the pink bottle. So I guess it depends on the type of environment that you're gonna encounter for that day. But this one, the pink one, are really, really good. Like the top that I prefer from their face day wear range. The last two, which is like the top two that I found recently in love with, are something I didn't expect that I'm gonna fall in love with. They're from the same brand, and this is Mcobeauty. Mcobeauty has been a brand that wowed me recently multiple times for different reasons. I've reviewed their skincare range. It wasn't the best, but it definitely opened up my eyes of what they are capable of. And then I tried their new makeup. I really enjoyed those. And then they came out with the sunscreen. I'm like, let's give it a go. And they've got two. One mineral mattifying sunscreen, one invisible sunscreen 3-in-1. So the chemical one comes in with this orange label and the orange cap on top of the pink bottle. This is a primer, this is moisturizer, and an SPF with skin plumping vegan collagen. I'm not so keen for that vegan collagen, but I really enjoy how it performs on the skin. It does contain a little bit of tint, not too much. I think it's just a tiny tint that can sort of even out your skin, and that's what I was after from a sunscreen. If I want to use it by itself, it won't change my skin color, it won't change my foundation shade, but a little bit something that I can wear alone and I feel, you know, a little bit of covered, more confidence. This reminds me of the New Day Skin one, but this is a chemical version. It also slightly reminds me the Hamilton Face Day Wear, that was a chemical version as well. I feel that one is a lot more liquidy, so if you like a very liquid formula, that's going to be better than this one. But I do enjoy it comes with a pump bottle. It does feel very hydrated after you apply, so I guess that's where that moisturizer sort of aspect coming in play. It's not a full matte finish, but it almost as a dry touch or semi-dry touch, and gives you a little bit of satiny look. Nothing too dry, kind of everything all sits in the middle. I just really thinking it's a good one if you're on a go every day and you want to skip a couple of your steps of your makeup, or even like they said, the moisturizer, you can surely apply this one. And for the price wise, do wait for when they have 40% off or half price off from Woolworths. That's when you can get this one for around $17–18 for this 75ml bottle. I'm really glad that I tried this one. But what I loved even more is the mineral version. This is their mineral mattifying sunscreen with vitamin C rich cacao plum, and is also a fragrance free formula. This comes within this purple label and a purple cap on top of the pink photo. It's again a pumpkin design. This is also giving you a bit of tint. And when I firstly squeezed this on the back of my hand, I was like, oh my god, this is very similar to the New Day Skin. And this is a mineral, that one is a mineral sunscreen as well. We contain 22.75 zinc oxide. That one, it was 20 to 22% if I remember correctly. They both have a little bit of a thick, sort of like cream feeling. And I don't know if you can tell, it definitely makes my skin, like evens out my skin tone a little bit more than the chemical one. So it has a little bit more that color tint coverage, like a tinted moisturizer, like a very light coverage tinted moisturizer. And it feels super hydrated on my skin. I can feel that hydration sinking into the back of my hand, and because it's super hydrated, that means it's gonna give you a little bit shine afterwards. I do feel like if I want to wear this by itself, I need to wait for a good 15 to 20 minutes, and sometimes I still wanting to use either like an oil blotting paper or a translucent powder to gently dust it around my face just to diminish that shine. But I believe if you have a drier skin, then you would kind of enjoy the shine and the glow. This is gonna be a lot more easier to access than the New Day Skin one. Price wise, if this is on half price sale, it's gonna be cheaper than New Day Skin as well. So I kind of wanting to say this is my new favorite, replacing the New Day Skin. Plus the New Day Skin sunscreen's got fragrance and fresh apple scent and a vanilla scent. This is a fragrance free formula. So versus the two, I reckon this one's definitely winning this by a smidge. That is also why this is my #1 favorite from this sunscreen review. And that concludes everything for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribe down below. Let me know, have you tried any of the ones I mentioned? What do you think? Which one do you like and the reasons behind it? Or if there's something else that you want me to test it out. If I made any mistakes, please correct me down below so I can learn from my mistakes as well. And just a spoiler alert, I'm planning to do a current favorite sunscreen video very soon as well, because I definitely found more favorite and they're replacing some of the old ones, and I changed my preferences a little bit here and there. I feel like I probably should give you guys an update sooner than later, considering we're kind of in the mid-year. Although it's winter here in Australia, we still have suns come through every now and then, and the other half side of the world is super sunny, hot weather. So stay tuned if you want to see what's my current favorite sunscreens, and I'll see you guys in my next video. That's it. Bye!